Everybody knows the best way to get rid of anger is to vent. Wah! Let it all out. Rage, cathart. Empty yourself of the angers. Because anger in humans acts like steam building up in a boiler. We all know this. If you don't let it out, you might go boom. But naturally, if you want to do a controlled, deliberate release of your angries, then it won't be as bad and you'll definitely feel way better. So, you vent, you rant, etc. But as you probably guessed by now, or you're probably starting to suspect, I'm talking about this because science has now decided to massacre this long-held truth using its so-called evidence. And I'm not going to lie, finding this out made me pretty angry.
It's time for a little bit of science.
Already?
I'm Will Grant, an Associate Professor of Science Communication at the Australian National University.
I'm Rod Lamberts, a 30-year science communication veteran with the mind of a teenage boy.
And as well as the science of venting, we've also got a bit of fun with humans.
And then we might as well have some fun with animals.
I've got some adorable for you.
Oh, I'm going to talk about how delightful AI can be as a business partner.
And then at the end, I've got a call to action where you, listener, you can solve the problems of the world just by clicking a link that I'm going to give you.
But when you deliver this call to action, I want everyone to stand. I don't care where you are. If you're driving and listening to this, stand up anyway.
You should.
If it's a call to action, you should be fully tensed.
I love a vent. I love a rant. I love... Well,
yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Not when it's other people's?
Well, no. So I occasionally get people to rant for a teaching exercise. I, think of something that makes you angry. And some people...
Do they always choose you?
I hope they do.
This fucking class!
I hope they do. No, I don't hope that. No, but I'm like, what makes me angry? And it's like, the person that swims in the wrong lane at the swimming pool. So...
Whoa, serious fury.
I think you are more advanced in your...
Oh, I can get angry about so much stuff.
Oh, I'm glad.
So much stuff. I have a gift. It's one of many, and I could share it with the world, but not today. Yeah, I love it too. I love ranting. For me, ranting, blowing off steam, etc. feels so good. It's like that classic line. It's like a sneeze, only better. It's just... You don't know that line?
I thought that line was about something else.
It can be both.
Like a sneeze only better. I mean, what could that possibly be?
If you could sneeze, as we do, from lower down the body.
Oh, there you go.
Boys do that. So science is here to ruin that. 2024, a meta-analysis, a review by a bunch of people at Ohio State University.
So they needed to do a meta-analysis on this?
Oh, yeah.
Like
it's a big bastard, too.
This is like we're commissioning a big study. We need to know, finally, for all time, does venting actually help?
Yeah. Good on him. I mean, who can blame them? I mean, look, the top-level story is not only is there little evidence that venting helps, but in some cases it probably increases your anger. See, can you feel your rage rising?
Well, okay.
Oh, disappointed?
You're dwelling in it. This is the problem. You go, you've really fucked me off, and now I'm going to rant about it. And that's like...
That's not wrong. You're not wrong.
I think the Buddha says maybe do something different. What'll...
Jesus said, show me your butt cheek, and the Buddha said, eat 1 grain of rice.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them said rant about it.
No, and then pat a lizard.
Come to a little bit of science for your religious education.
Yeah. Scholastic knowledge of the epistles as written by the apostles. Did they write? I don't know.
The epistles of the apostles, yes. Yeah. That's what they did.
So, they found that in some cases, your venting, your raging, etc., could increase anger, make you worse. So as senior author and communications scientist, this is a great name, Brad Bushman, he said, venting anger might sound like a good idea, but there's not a shred of scientific evidence to support the catharsis theory. Not a shred. How can you be against catharsis? Come on.
But you're not getting catharsis. That's the point.
Well, yeah, or the method via which you allegedly get to catharsism.
So he's doing a meta-analysis. This is all sorts of studies where people have already studied this.
Yeah. But they've not banged all the data together and looked at it on a different angle. So the first author is a person called Sophie Kjærvik. She says, I want to debunk the whole theory of expressing anger as a way of coping with it.
I want to?
I know.
Oh, there you go. It's
a little preloaded.
Yeah, it is a bit.
We wanted to show, now it's gone to we, that reducing arousal and actually, more to the point, the physiological aspects of arousal is really important.
This is brought to you by Big Chill Out.
Isn't it Big Chill?
Big Chill is...
Not the movie, we don't want to get sued.
No, but they're saying calm down, not like...
But physiologically. So, I mean, this comes up, but the idea that people have not really focused a lot on the physiological. They focus a lot more on cognitive sides of anger.
Oh, okay.
So the meta-analysis, 154 studies on anger, all congealed. Over 10,000 participants all up. ranges of ages, range of genders, range of cultures, ranges of your ethnicities. And apparently a lot of previous research focuses, as I said, more on cognitive rather than the physiological aspects of anger. So their analysis focuses on, they say, both arousal increasing and arousal reducing activities. Now, for those of you who are like me and listening with a teenage boy brain, they don't mean arousal as in turgidity in the areas of the pants. They mean physiological, getting psyched up or psyched down physiologically. So things like this, running and boxing, physical arousal goes up.
Yeah, okay.
Yoga and meditation, arousal goes down. That's the bottom line.
Depends how you do yoga, man.
Yeah, there's generalised. We'll get into details of yoga, obviously. There's about minute 48. I'm going to read all the data tables to you.
Christ.
No, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. This is very interesting data. So the findings say the key to curbing anger is to engage in activities that decrease your arousal levels. So the bottom line was, rather than trying to vent anger, try to undermine it by turning down the heat. I know. Calming tactics.
But doesn't this go against? I mean, there's been a bunch of studies that have shown that, you hit your thumb with a hammer.
Yeah.
That swearing and venting then can reduce the pain.
Pain, yeah.
So there,
But anger doesn't there's no pain in anger. It's completely different. So venting likely increases your arousal, and that's therefore bad. You want to take away anger's physiological fuel. Now, this reminds me, I've got to say, when I was reading this, I was like, this reminds me of a thing. When I was a kid, we were told, if you get a sunburn, the trick is, after you've had the sunburn, get in the shower and turn it up to as hot as you can possibly stand.
I'm sorry.
To take the sting out.
But 70s folk science on sunburn was not good. No one is, everyone in the 70s in Australia died of skin cancer.
We did.
You're all dead of skin cancer.
No, 4th degree burns.
Takes the skin out. Jesus.
Takes the sting. So we'd get in the shower and we'd slowly turn it up and up and up and up as you come. And you'd get out of the shower and go, I don't hurt as much, which is probably because you've just murdered all your nerve endings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it sounds like a similar thing. So I started thinking this venting your anger might be some version of that. You're actually putting more heat into your anger rather than taking it out. I'm starting to wonder if the sunburn thing is true now too.
You still do it?
It just struck me. I don't get sunburned now. I'm not an idiot. I can't feel it if I do. So back to Bushman. Bushman, he says, certain physical activities that increase arousal may be good for your heart, but they're definitely not the best way to reduce your anger.
So going for a run, good for your heart, doesn't...
Do you know what? They actually said one of the most arousal-boosting activities that does not reduce anger, particularly is jogging. Yeah. Jogging's particularly bad.
I confess there have been moments where I'm like, I'm going to go for a run, and I get to the end of the run, I'm like, now I've proved it. Now
I want to kill more people. Now, not only my family's dead, but those fuckers across the road as well. Jogging would make me angry too because I hate jogging. Every time I do it, everything hurts. Things that aren't even part of my body start hurting when I try and jog. I can sprint, I can sit, I can row.
You can sprint?
Oh yeah, fucking fast.
I need to see this.
Only once though.
I will pay some money to see this.
How much?
You don't know yet.
How much? Because the knee surgery afterwards.
I can't pay for that.
There's a fight with my wife.
Well, not fight. At least $40.
My wife and I have a disagreement. She thinks she's positive she's faster than me over the short distance, and I'm like,
why is this?
There's no way. There's no way you are. I'm fucking
I love
fast.
this. Like guys inherently go, I'm faster than you. I'm faster than
and she
you.
goes 400 meters. I said, no, I couldn't even walk 400 meters. But if we're talking short distance, I'd totally dack up.
Okay. Listeners, I think at some point we need to crowdfund seeing how fast Rod can run against his wife.
But the crowdfunding must also include...
knee surgery.
Knee surgery.
That's the point. We've got to get to knee surgery.
Yeah, we've got to get to knee... And damn good knee surgery.
100 metres. 100 metres.
Fuck no.
The
40.
Classic dash.
40.
40. What are you talking about?
I'm old.
All right. And you two can establish the distance, but...
What's even worse is not only will I be in absolute agony, if she wins, then I'm going to be a cripple who's alone.
I am betting so much money that she will win.
No, she's slow. Look at her. So anyway, Kjavik, the lead author, says it was really interesting to see that progressive muscle relaxation and just straight up relaxation in general probably as effective as mindfulness and meditation. I'm like, well, yeah. Some yoga can be more arousing, as you pointed out. So when you do your hot, let's fight with knives yoga, more arousing.
Okay.
Sitting around having a quiet breathe, less arousing. Calming activities reduced anger, whether it was in the lab or in the wild. Doesn't matter on the demographics. So slow flow yoga, mindfulness, progressive muscle relaxation, diaphragmatic breathing, and taking a time out.
Okay.
So you imagine that you get furious, get in the corner and count to 10.
Look, okay.
Have you tried counting to 10? That makes me angrier too. I get stuck at 8 because I'm so angry I can't even remember what comes next.
No, I can get through that.
No,
but okay. Give me this then. Then. So science, in its best possible method here, has congealed all the data on all the studies to show that catharsis doesn't happen, that venting doesn't help you.
Yeah.
And I can totally believe it's not reducing your physiological sign of anger, and maybe it's not doing things on the cognitive level. Why do people do it? And why is there such a bias towards it or a reckon? So
it's a good question. Isn't it?
Is science wrong here, or is something else going on?
I reckon it could be both, and I think we love metaphors, and taking the heat out kind of makes sense. Like, you're building up, you're angry, and that pressure thing, so blowing it out makes sense.
I think it's actually people don't want to be not angry. I think these
I agree.
researchers have got it completely wrong.
Yeah.
They're thinking venting is a way of getting rid of the anger. Instead, venting is about spreading the anger. And this is
rubbing it
just
all
dumb.
over your body and loving it even more.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. No, and
Juicy, delicious anger.
To quote Australia, I think this is a Bluey episode. And it's just one of those ones where I know that...
Is this the racist one or the sexist one or the drug positive one?
I don't know. I don't know which one this is. I know that you may not be up with Bluey. It's Australia's, but the world's favourite cartoon dog-based show. Anyway, there's a great moment where the dad says to the toddler, one of the toddlers, are you sure you don't just want to be angry? And I think that there are absolutely times, and this is what venting is like, no, anger is a gift. I'm taking
the right
pleasure
kind of
in
anger
this.
is awesome. I become more eloquent and become much more abusive, but in a very
You turn
smart
into
way.
some sort of anti-Buddha. You're like...
I do. And I'm like erudite. But there's a curveball. They also say, and then they finish like this, ball sports and other physical activities that involve play can reduce arousal.
Yeah, okay.
So play.
Yeah.
So you can reduce arousal doing this physical exertion if it's fun, which brings to mind a study I talked at you about, I think, quite a long time ago, on the effect of heavy metal music on people. And at first they were saying, you metalheads claim you listen to metal and it relaxes you. That's bullshit. We tested it. We took people who like metal, hate metal, and don't care. And it turns out people who like metal when they listen to it do find it relaxing, and people who don't. I'm shocked.
Thanks, science.
Yeah, I know, but I'm thinking this is not dissimilar. So if it's fun, whatever fun is,
I think the point...
that might be better.
I think these researchers have missed the point. Point of venting is...
Publishing is the point.
Yes, that's true. But the point of venting is not to relax. The point of venting is to do something vastly different.
I love it. I love a vent. I don't care science. Fuck you. I love it anyway. I'm going to keep venting and raging until the day I croak.
So, Rod, I don't want to stereotype your ethnicity, but I'm looking at you right now, and
I feel seen.
And we know that there are populations of people around the world
Yep.
who have more...
Magnificence.
Or less, yes, magnificence could be part of it, Neanderthal DNA. Most of the world has something like 1 to 2% Neanderthal DNA. How do we get Neanderthal DNA in us? Well...
Oh, I think we know.
by the traditional methods. Neanderthals and...
Smoothies.
What I'm going to call humans, Homo sapiens, us, the regular humans.
You mean sapiens?
Yeah, because Neanderthals are humans as well. They're just different.
Oh, you're so woke.
I know. I'm just saying. But I'm going to call us humans and them Neanderthals. Anyway, they made babies together.
Yeah. I don't know if I heard this right, but didn't the sapiens ladies kind of go, I like me a little Neanderthal?
Well,
Tal?
Here's what I got for you.
Is that true?
Here's what I've got for you.
No.
So, some new research that's just published in Science, which is as august as it can get.
It is.
Has just proposed a twist in this baby making. Basically, they've looked at human DNA from around the world.
Yeah.
And with that, you can map where the Neanderthal DNA is. And by going back to the sub-Saharan African populations, you can sort of take out the Neanderthal DNA and say, where there's more, where there's less. There's spots in the human chromosome where there's more, and there's spots where there's less. In particular, they noted what they called Neanderthal deserts. So there's not much Neanderthal DNA in the X chromosome. Human X chromosome.
Of course.
And then they found oases in the opposite. So, as you suspected, Neanderthal human baby making was not an equal affair to, spread this around. It was much more human women liking a bit of, human women.
Yeah, let me...
Sorry, this is my question, and this is for you to, let's go for some explanations in a sec. Human women, Homo sapiens women, and Neanderthal men, vastly more than human or Homo sapiens men and Neanderthal women. So we've got a coupling that happened a lot. The Neanderthal men, the human women, that happened a lot. And
I know what it is.
I
know what it is.
So tell me, what have we got going on here that either the human women are looking for or
I don't think
the human men are not finding?
It's actually that Neanderthal women look shit in skirts and they cannot work in heels.
Is that what?
And so they're less attractive.
So it's a skirts and heels
It's a skirts and heels thing. So they'd look at the Neanderthal woman and they're like, yeah, not as hot as a human lady.
Well, I think we're just respectful of our...
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously it's hard not to assume that the Neanderthals who are, maybe unfairly renowned for being a little bit more brutish may have been...
I don't know how brutish they actually were.
Oh, everyone knows. Terrible,
that is
terrible.
so much of a stereotype. Like, it goes back to when their first skulls were found. They've got a big brow and stuff like that.
Well, as someone who's, 83% Neanderthal, I don't mind being characterised that way. Some of my brethren...
So maybe the human women are looking at you going, it's got a bit of...
Please don't hurt me.
A little bit of Neanderthal in there.
Please don't hurt me.
I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that.
Or if I was 89% Neanderthal, I might be like, sure, my lady, won't take.
So there's one version I saw was men prefer blondes, women prefer Neanderthals. I don't know.
I think if I'm evidence of the Neanderthal, although you can't see this in this picture, I am basically genetically blonde/ginger. So
Well, you've got other in there as well. So
Other.
you got some of the human women in there.
plus other.
Human women, and you got some Neanderthal.
So nationality, other, race, yes.
But I mean, it's really strange to see that there is a bias in this kind of thing. Because you imagine that, you know, amongst other sorts of coupling, there's going to be a sort of randomization.
Like your horse and your mule, your donkey to get your mule.
I don't know about that.
Very
I
similar.
don't know about that.
Your giraffe and your rhino? I don't know. Do they? Giraffe's probably more like with antelopes or something. There's got to be some hybrid of that.
It'd be hard to hybrid. I think the problem is that
Depends which one's the male, which one's the female.
Yeah, of
You're
course.
talking biomechanics.
maybe that's what it is. It's a biomechanics thing. Maybe Neanderthals, there was something that meant human boys couldn't do it with the Neanderthal ladies.
Neanderthal ladies probably had some serious appetites that mere humans could not meet.
Maybe that's it. Maybe Neanderthal
The
men.
most common
maybe
question.
Neanderthal men were a little bit.
The most common question asked by a Neanderthal woman when having sex with a sapiens man is, "Are you in yet?" To which the man replies, "I've told you for the fourth time, yes, and I have been for an hour."
So
That
there you
might
go.
be the biggest
there
problem.
you go. Men, you can feel happy about that. Women, you can feel happy about that too. I don't know.
Let's
where
all
you
be
go.
happy.
Let's all be happy.
Huzzah.
I was reading this article about, you know, kids and picky eating, and I was like, oh, what are you going to say? You know, and anyway, linked to this point that said, oh, we've now known that kids respond to bitter and sweet from a very early age.
Can I, before you tell me that, picky eating in kids is one thing. I got a friend and his wife, they're picky grown-ups.
Yeah, well, they're not grown-ups.
It's annoying though. Like you go to the house and you're like, I'll bring the chips. And every time, because I go there maybe once a month, I get to the chip aisle and I stare at the chip aisle and I go, I'll just grab the, fuck, I've forgotten who hates what. One hates salt vinegar, the other one wants to marry it.
I know that one definition of grown up is that you're allowed to vote. Another definition is that you're allowed to have sex. Another definition is that you're allowed to kill for your country. There's multiple definitions and some of them are unfair to different types of people.
Sure.
But
picky eating amongst grown-ups, I'm like, get the fuck over it.
we love you, listener. If you're
Unless
picking
it's against your religion or,
no, sure.
or it makes you sick.
Sure, no, those
Just
totally,
eat it.
But also, if it's something that is just like a normal thing,
I'm
calm
not
down.
picking on vegans out there if there are any listening.
No, if there's a reason for it.
If there are any
it's all
listening.
good. We love you. No, if there's an ethical reason. But if it's just, I don't like it.
I don't like it. Like I had a friend when I was a kid who's like, oh, we're going to have, canned fruit and ice cream for dessert. It was the 70s. And he goes, oh, is it IXL? And we're like, what? And he's talking about the brand of the fruit. And Mum's like, I don't know. And he goes, oh, I only like IXL pears.
I
What the
only
fuck are you
like
talking
IXL.
about? It's canned fruit. It's fucking canned fruit.
But it's the 70s in Australia. It was IXL.
It might have been.
I'm sorry, but
What
there
was the
weren't any
brands?
other brands.
Clomden.
No, Clomden fell apart in the 30s.
Spiffed and apricots.
And that was definitely gone by the end of the 19th century. Like, no.
Fuck, canned apricots are terrible, though. I don't care what brand. Anyway, sorry, picky eaters.
Researchers have previously shown that, kids, babies, show preferences from a very young age.
Yeah, right.
For sweet and sour and bitter and things like
Yeah,
that. You
yeah.
can respond to it.
Yeah.
Researchers said, no, let's go further back. Let's go all the way.
Before the Big Bang.
Before the big bang that is putting a baby out of the vagina.
Oh, I didn't mean that bang, but I like where you went with
It's
it.
a big bang. No, not back before the earlier big
That's
bang.
what I meant. I didn't mean the intercourse. I was being
No,
astronomical.
it's definitely got to be after intercourse. I don't
Yeah.
think you can test pre-sperm for picky eating. I think...
So when you do the pregnancy test, when the lady piddles on the stick, it goes, definitely pregnant and hates cauliflower.
I think that would be wild.
Even if it's not true, just throw
be
it in
so
there.
wild.
Lighten the moment.
So I'm going to read from the abstract of this paper. Here we report the first direct evidence of human fetal responsiveness
Fetal.
to flavours. So
Fetal.
they got pregnant women at sort of late stage pregnancy. We're talking... They were
16, 17 months.
Not that late. We're up in the 36 weeks sort of area. So the baby is quite developed.
Yeah.
They get to 40 is the end
get to
goal.
40.
40 is the end goal. Here.
Right, okay.
36 is, you got somewhat of
It's
a baby
what you
in
call
there.
viable, right?
Yeah, definitely in the viable category.
Yeah.
But they would give the mothers a single dose capsule. This is so science. Of one of two things. One is a carrot capsule.
Or a carrot.
No, you got to give them a carrot
It's fucking
capsule.
carrot.
Or the other one is a kale capsule.
These are not hugely distinct. Like an ice cream capsule and a kale capsule.
Both of these come from the vegetable aisle, yes.
Yes, they do.
But carrots are quite sweet.
They are, and kale is not.
Kale is known for its bitterness and also known that kids respond to the bitterness of it.
Yes.
But anyway, what they've then done, they've got
Capsule.
35 women would eat the carrot capsule.
Swallow.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're chewing on a capsule, you've got other issues.
And then they'd go for an ultrasound. And they've got ultrasounds here of the baby's response. This is in uterus to the carrot and to the kale. And I've just got to show you these things because, okay, so the bottom one, this is the baby before it's eaten the carrot.
Yeah.
And then after, it's totally smiling.
That is creepy. That's horror. That is a smile, but it's a horror movie.
And this is the kale where it's like, normal. It's like, this is gross.
Is that kid stabbing itself? Yep. That is, was it Quarto in the original, that movie on Mars with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall. Quarto, the little mutant, that's what that baby looks like. Look it up, young people.
I don't know.
Anyway, yes, it looks like to me, carrot yes, kale no.
But it's just so cute. Like these people are like, can we make the little baby inside, the fetus, still inside, 36-week-old, can we give it a carrot capsule? And the little babies are going, this is great. Having a big old smile. I do
like the idea of experimenting on the unborn. I do like that.
And statistically significant. The kale-eating mothers, the babies would go, don't like it. And the
carrot,
they're like, this is great. Give me more of it. I'm just like,
why
reasons.
Capsule though? Why capsule?
Look, I think they were just trying to keep the amounts consistent and
right.
But I mean,
and it seems
so there is absolutely an evolutionary reason that young kids, babies, would develop responses to sweet and bitter. So sweet is likely to be nutritious, like
high energy,
calorie, high energy.
Yeah.
Bitter is potentially poisonous. So you can understand that. Instinctively, potentially coded into DNA for a long time, it's there. But to have evidence before anyone has done any sort of training, any sort of you like carrot or anything like that, in the womb, the little babies are smiling when they get the carrot.
No, I mean, look, a smiling fetus done via whatever kind of technology that picture is taken with is creepy as fuck. But it's definitely smiling at least.
It's definitely smiling.
Yeah, it's definitely smiling.
Like
it's a scary smile.
Well, I'll describe. They used lip corner puller, laughter-faced gestalt, and more frequently, where fetus is exposed to kale flavour, showed upper lip raiser, lower lip depressor, lip stretch, lip press. They had a whole description of these things.
Of course they did.
They broke it down to a whole bunch of different.
Did.
So I think they got a facial analysis expert and a flavour expert.
Because saying it smiled, it frowned, not good enough.
I think we're able to see it's a smile.
You can. It's definitely smiling.
And frowning.
Or carving.
And frowning,
both. Those two emotions are very distinctly represented.
I just think anytime you have, and I'm not picking on you for being a picky eater, but as an adult now, and you have something, I don't like that. Just think, you've been doing that.
You fucking baby.
Yes, there's that.
Fetus.
But you've been doing that since before you were born. You've been going, ew, gross.
I want to see it done with more, like, I want, those classic...
More complex flavours?
Yeah, well, just even like the YouTube videos of, kids eating a lemon for the first time and stuff like that. So I'd like to see lemon capsules.
Oh, right.
Wasabi.
You want to get one of these kids on one of those hot wings competitions.
I do.
How hot can you eat it?
What do you call it? Your ghost peppers.
That is fundable TV right there. You get an ultrasound and you get a mother that is...
Can you imagine pitching that? Okay, we're going to do in utero experiments. It's going to be great.
See how good the hot wings go.
I know someone in reality TV. I'm going to pitch that.
Hey, I've got a call to action for you.
For me? Just me?
No, for listeners, for you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about a concept, and then I'm going to play you a nice video that just gives you a little bit of... And then, I don't know, I'd like you to go click on a petition, because I think this is just one of those nice little behavioural interventions that the world needs.
Is it to save the Jamison Quick Splash Pool? It's in Canberra.
All right, so I'll read the story that comes from Neil Walsh. So Neil Walsh, he tells a story like this. He was at a local pub having a catch up with a bunch of old school friends. And a bunch of them, I think he's a little bit older, a bunch of them love to play the pokies.
Some people do.
People do. But while he's standing there in the pokey room, twiddling his thumbs, I realised that the room was full of winning sounds. You hear the sound of winning.
Yeah, a high-pitched happy noise, yeah.
But nothing of the losing sound.
What are they?
Well, no sound. The sound just of the machine continuing to go. And so Neil Walsh, and hats off here, he said, this is not right. So he decided to build a machine that sounds a little bit different. Now I'm going to play this video. Let's see if this works, cool. Alex.
Poker machines are highly addictive. Aussies lose 12 billion a year on them. And it's no wonder when a win sounds like, and a loss sounds like.
Did you know that there's no losing sounds in a poker machine?
No. Interesting.
I haven't really noticed, no.
I don't know. I haven't actually noticed.
Introducing the losing sound, a project to make pokies less addictive.
So anything that helps create a sense of anticipation and excitement means dopamine's firing in the brain, which adds to the addictive potential something has. If we were to change when the sounds occur and the types of sounds that were to happen as well, then the combination of that could potentially have quite a big impact on people's play.
There are actually no losing sounds in poker machines. So we created a losing sound, and we based it on psychology. Studies show that a descending minor key heightens unease in people, which is why we took inspiration from video games, especially the sound you hear when you die. Then we programmed it into this machine, making it the first poker machine ever with a losing sound.
The following test uses real players who have agreed to try out our machines without knowing the changes.
Come on, here we go, big one, come on.
I didn't like the extra noises, the losing noises.
I felt like I could have hit collect and walked away.
Every time the noise comes up, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm losing it. And I felt like stopping.
If you hear more losing than winning, it's just reinforcing that this probably isn't a good idea.
In this small-scale test, all participants became aware of their losses and their desire to play halved.
If we had things like losing sounds that reduced overall gambling participation, we'd be able to change the culture of gambling that we have in this country.
So if we celebrate a win, it's only fair that we hear a loss.
So,
great idea.
I've just got to say, it's just such a beautiful use of really clear your psychology and music there, but also behavioural cues that will help us. And it's an intervention that we could put in this. I confess, it's an evil industry.
You're confessing that? Finally you're facing it.
So if you are interested, listener, in the show notes there is a link to the petition. What the people behind this would like is for this to be forced into all pokie machines.
Ooh, the fight.
Now, I don't imagine that is easy. I don't imagine that is easy. But it shifts the ground from, banning them outright or, moving them to different places or something. It's just like, what if we could use behavioural cues for good in this industry?
Let's make it less scientific. Just make them honest.
Yeah.
Like equal time for honesty.
Equal time.
Like the honesty in that video with the woman who was playing it with a big durry in her hand. Fucking love that. They focused in on her having a ciggy while she's playing. I'm like,
beautiful.
That's old school and excellent.
You know.
Oh, you can't play one with that without smoking.
But I spoke to you years ago about this episode many, many moons ago.
It's unlikely I remember it.
But here's the one that you probably do remember. Australians gamble and lose more than any other country.
Yeah, I do remember
Like
that.
we are shit at bribery, but fucking great at
losing money to gambling?
Losing money in gambling. It is double any other country. Like Singapore, you're number 2. We love you, Singapore. You're number 2, but we are double you in losing. And so
that works so well though. Like listening to that, every time I heard that sound, I was like, I don't feel happy. So when they had it on fast repeat, I didn't feel good.
Such a great use of
genius.
Psychology.
That is genius.
And a great use of
And the simplicity. That is beautifully simple. That shows really effective science, I'm assuming, Doesn't have to be complicated at all.
Doesn't have to be
At
complicated.
all.
Doesn't have
At
to be
all.
complicated. And it can absolutely lead to impacts. So
Fabulous.
go and have a go at that petition. You
Yeah.
have just listened to your little bit of science.
Yep.
If you don't want to listen but you want to watch, you know what the bonus prize you get? You get the welcome to, what do you call it, the calf gun show,
The calf cannon.
or the world's most upshort podcast.
Yeah, we've kept our legs crossed. Well, I have. Will's much less demure, but he has a tan.
I don't know if I'm 10. It's just
If you enjoyed what you heard, you should give us 25 stars. If you didn't enjoy it, keep it to yourself. No one needs to know that.
Or
Keep the world positive.
hate listen.
Or hate listen, that's true. And if you want to send us emails with all kinds of stuff, it's cheers@a littlebitofscience.com.au/Jesus.